Hello, gang. Yes, it's a nighttime show. Saturday, the 28th of July 2019. Welcome along to this evening's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from our purpose-built television centre here in Bracknell, Royal Berkshire. Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome along. I wasn't sure whether I should say good evening or good night. I think when you say good night, that's like the end, isn't it? You know, even if it's like 11 o'clock at night, you wouldn't say good night and welcome to the show. You'd say that at the end. You'd say good evening, wouldn't you? Even though it's night time. It's all very confusing. Now, I start today with some sad news, boys and girls. You may need a little box of tissues, preferably ones that haven't been used, chaps. Not those ones that you keep by the bed, chaps. Please, lads, please. Oh, God's sake, man. Little box of tissues, this is a very sad story. Now, you may have heard, if you were watching the show this week, exclusively revealed, and in one or two national newspapers on this programme, that the Seagull had swept down and nicked someone's chihuahua. You remember that story I broke to you? You see, you need to watch this programme. This is where you get on the news. Not Naga Monchetti on BBC Breakfast or Piers Morgan, on ITV Breakfast. This is where you get all the important stories, love. Absolutely. Hard-hitting political agenda and important information on this programme every day. So here it is. Very, very sad. I've got bad news for you, boys and girls. A leg has been found. A leg bone has been found in the This is not funny. This is a very important story, please. A bit of decorum among all of you. And you eco-warriors. Why are the eco-warriors watching this programme? Turn everything off immediately and stop travelling around. A leg bone has been found in the desperate search for a miniature chihuahua that was snatched by a seagull. A leg bone's been found. Becca Hill's partner saw the bird swoop down suddenly and fly off with the little gizmo 4 years old in its beak. What a strong seagull. If only our men were like that, ladies. She was hoping to find her dog alive, but a week has passed and a gruesome discovery has been made. She found the leg on a roof popular with seagulls in Totnes, Devon. And don't go to Devon. You won't come out alive, dear. Seagulls attacking everyone in Devon. A very dangerous place. You thought Australia was bad, with the spiders and the crocodiles roaming up and down Sydney High Street. Dreadful, dear. It's worse in Devon. Mad seagulls attacking people as they're trying to go about their daily business. No cruising area is safe. It's feared that the fur on the bone... There's fur on the bone. It didn't eat the fur. What a waste. Perhaps they could turn it into a pair of slippers. I don't know. It's feared that the fur on the bone will be a match for missing Gizmo, and Becca, the owner, is now anxiously waiting for test results to confirm his tragic demise. She told The Sun on Sunday, "We had to get to someone out to remove a chicken's head not long ago, as well as the body of a gull that had been cannibalised. On Friday, I can find what I can only describe as a mammal's leg on a fire escape at the back. I straight away thought of Gizmo, and it looks like it belongs to a dog." Gizmo was taken 6 miles away at Becca's home in Paynton. She previously said, "My partner was in the garden putting the washing out at the time, and suddenly he saw it swoop down. They're big bastards, those seagulls, I'm telling you now. It carried Gizmo a fair way and we couldn't see him anymore. I have no idea if he was dropped or where he is now." She also posted about Gizmo on Facebook. "Please, please, please, anyone who finds a chihuahua." They're the ones with the nicely yapping. Christ, that seagull was brave. A seagull took him from my garden. Oh, So a leg has... Was it the dog or not? We don't know. But it looks like... I'm sorry to, start with such sad news for you on tonight's programme, boys and girls. Okay, I hope it doesn't spoil... I can see you crying. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But what makes me laugh is that you're happy enough to sit down to a bit of lamb or a chicken. You're not worried about that, are you? What about the chicken or the lamb, dear? Is it the chicken or the lamb? And which came first, the chicken or the egg? That is the question I'm asking you tonight. Well, good evening, boys and girls. How are you today? There's a new way of watching the show. Oh, yes, on Facebook, I have set up a page. Type into your Facebook search bar United Kingdom Talk and you will find the page. Click like, and you can also click a little bell thing on there, okay, which should go bing every time there's a new show on your mobile device, so you never miss anything, like important stories. Who knows? Yesterday a chihuahua, tomorrow a budgerigar. You don't know what these pigeons are going to pick up next. Seagulls, the biggie one, Old people who are walking around on frames and things like that are at vast danger from seagulls in Devon. Terrible, dear, terrible. Okay, so if you type into the Facebook toolbar thing at the top there, United Kingdom Talk, you should find the new page that I have created. Have a little look around there, see if you can find it somehow, and somewhere you should find the live video playing on there. Okay, so it's just a new way. Don't forget to click the little like button on there, and then and then the little bell thing. There's a bell thing somewhere. Subscribe. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I know I'm only giving you half the information here, aren't I? We might open the phone line tonight. Okay, might open the phone line. Right, hang on a minute. Where is it? There it is, at the top there. So where's the light? Oh, I see. The trouble is, I'm seeing it as the owner, and you don't see it the same as me, I don't think. Hang on, click home. Let's see what happens. No, so I can't tell you. I'm not sure how it works, but somewhere on there is like a little like button or something like that, or a subscribe button. Click on there and you should get a little bleep every time the show starts, all right? Right, let's see who's with us tonight. First message of the day, of the night. It goes to, well, it's a double header today. First message of the night goes in both jointly, who got the first message in at 21, 34 and 36 seconds, to Mike Rees-Ponto. Well, Mike, 2 for you. And Adrian Richardson. So Adrian's now got... Adrian's got 4 now. Oh, you're catching up, Adrian. He's desperate for that prize. What is the prize, you may be asking yourselves? It has not been revealed yet, but they are on the way. We are giving out prizes now, boys and girls. This month, we are giving away a prize to the person who gets the first message of the show in the most times in a month. Okay? At the moment, the delightful Shania is in the lead with 5. But, Shania, oh dear, you were like 30... You were 9 seconds behind those 2 boys tonight, dear. What's happened? It's all collapsing, dear. I know what happened, Shania. You went to church today and you didn't pray hard enough, did you, dear? No! You must pray harder if you want to win the prize. Shania comes in at 21, 34 and 45 seconds. But nevertheless, Shania, you are in the lead at the moment with 5. In second place is Adrian Richardson with 4. And in third place is Adam the Plumber with 3. And then we've got a few with 2 points and lots of people with 1. Okay, so Shania still in the lead, but she can be caught. Pay full attention to those notifications, all right? Good evening to lovely Norma. Good evening, Norma. Rachel is in the house. Good evening, Rachel. Mikey Allen. Hello, Mike. Hello, Mike. All right, mate. Mr. Ray Reynolds wishes you all hidey-hi, hidey-ho, hidey-hi. No doubt that'll be banned from the telly soon. That'll upset some left-wing group, won't it? Ow. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the colour yellow. Oh, that's really offensive to members of the Liberal Democrat Party. Someone would be moaning about that, wouldn't they? Hi to you, Ray. Hello to Peter Lake, who's in Woodall Spa, watching there on the YouTube as well. Good evening, Peter. Tim Hadley is live with us tonight in Happy New York. Good evening, Tim. Kevin Webster, hello. Hello to Roy Brownlow. Gary Butler, my nephew, is there this tonight. Very unusual for you to be there late at night. Gary, aren't you watching some telly or something? Nothing on, so you're watching this. I've just had a phone call from the BBC just as I started, actually. As I just started the show today, the BBC rung up and says, do you have to go on at the same time as Poldark? We are hemorrhaging viewers to your show. I said, I'm sorry, dear. That's not my fault. I did consider watching Poldark before I came to do the show tonight. But I thought, no, I'll do the show first. Then I can do myself some dinner and watch Poldark at the same time and relax in front of my lovely television downstairs. Good evening to Gary Rees-Ponto. Oh, that's his other halves with us as well. The whole family are watching tonight. It's like a family occasion, isn't it? A family occasion. Good evening to you. Gustav, is he at the Jippo Travellers site again? No, I mean, it's obvious, Gustav. I nearly knocked the cup off there. Pay full attention. What does it say? Can you read, dear? What does it say in the top left-hand corner? Berkshire. Now, you know if I'm in Berkshire, I'm in the house. If I'm in Lincolnshire, I'm at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, also known as the Caravan. Okay? Pay full attention, dear. Full attention. Hello to lovely Mari. I noticed, Mari, you can always join us when it's night time. Welcome along to the show, Mari. All right, my love. Hello to Jerry Green. Joseph McDonald in the house. Good evening, Joseph. A lot of people are crying now due to the chihuahua being eaten by a seagull. Eaten. Ripped to pieces. Don't even close your eyes and think about it. Dreadful. Good evening to Adam Whitney, who's in Australia. Oh, yes. I still call Australia home. I love those Qantas adverts with all the little children singing on mountaintops. And they must be quite old now, that lot. They're little kids when they were doing that filming, sort of, I don't know, about 14, 15 years old. So they'd be in their 25s and 30s now. Do you remember the old Qantas adverts? Where I don't think you saw them over here. If you were in Australia, you will know the Qantas adverts that I'm about. They all start with like one child singing la da 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 da, and then there's about three la 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 and harmonising. Oh, it's beautiful. And at the end of the song, there's like loads of them singing like on mountaintops and things like that. It's beautiful, those adverts, and you can find them on YouTube. Incidentally, type in Qantas adverts and you find a little. It's really nice. You'll need a tissue for that one as well because it's very moving, very moving. Those. Hello, Adam. Rachel saw a seagull on Facebook swallowing a rabbit. Oh, well, he wouldn't have had any trouble with the chihuahua then if it could swallow a rabbit, could it? How awful. Chihuahua and chips for Roy Brownlow. Roy don't care what he eats, does he? If it's alive, Roy wants to eat it. Don't go anywhere near him. When he's driving past fields, cows are running away from the road. Roy's there with his knife and fork, waiting to tuck into one, don't you? Hello to Tony Power. A very good night to you. A good evening to you. Tony thought I said I was legless by the sea. Legless by the sea. Adrian feels like the Chihuahua. How are you attacking me last night and kept looking at my arse? I'm very shocked and upset and deflated. How you picked on me, such an undefensive person I am. Shut up, Adrian. Stop moaning then, dear. Stop moaning. I think you probably said something first. What is it you said? Oh, yes, I remember what you said now. You asked me what I weighed this morning, and I said 13 stone 7. And then your reply to that was, oh, well, it's 10 o'clock now. I bet you weigh more now. What do you think? I'm just going to stand there and listen to your crap, dear, and not answer back? I don't think so, dear. Watch what you say, and I'll be nice to you, dear. Give as thou shalt be given. That's what it says in the Bible. Don't ask me where. I have been to church this morning. I've got some information about the church this morning. Russ Philip Vernon, good evening to you. We've not had rain here in Berkshire today. It's been a dreary day. Very cloudy. Not cold, can't complain, not cold at all, but a bit of a dreary day today. You know, just cloudy all day. Although that didn't stop me jumping on my butt. I went to church. Father David is leaving soon. And doing the Mass today, it became obvious that was his last Mass. And he said there's someone coming to look after the church until the 25th of September. I think someone from Nigeria, he said. We're having a Nigerian priest coming over for some reason. Presumably he's got some gardening leave or something like that, I suppose, holidays to take before he takes up his new church, which is in somewhere beginning with W near Oxford. I can't Waltham. I can't remember where it is now, but that's where Father David's going, and we're getting Father Simon. I can't remember where he's coming from, somewhere else like that. But we're getting a temporary priest now. And the lady, if you're a regular viewer to the show, you'll know that when I play the organ there sometime. In fact, it's my turn next week, so I'm playing there next week. And there's an old boy who goes there, and he was introduced to me with his wife. Oh, this is Chris. He plays the organ, and his response to that. This is weeks ago. His response to that was, "Oh, well, you play very loud. I've got delicate hearing." Oh, right, okay. And who's this? Oh, this is my wife. She plays the organ as well. Ah, right, okay. Anyway, so I get on with his wife, and she's a dear old lady. She's probably about 70 years old, I reckon, 70, something like that. And she plays nicely. We all play differently. All organists, pianists, we all play differently. We all play to our own style. I tend to play loud and fast. Now, when I say fast, we're not talking 125 mile an hour. But we're certainly talking faster than a lot of them play. Oh, it's dreary, dear. Give it a bit of life, for Christ's sake. It's so dreary. It's like watching Ben Shepherd on ITV hosting a quiz show. That's dreary. Or the other bloke. Who's the little bloke? Doing Tenable. Him. Warwick Davis. Oh, it's dreary, dear. Depressing quiz shows, dear. Well, that's how some of them play the organ. But not this little old lady. This little old lady is his one. Anyway, so today I'm coming out the church. I said, and as I've gone past, and she's there with the old man again. All right, oh, hello, Chris. How are you? She said to me. I said, I'm all right. I said, I think it's me next week. She said, oh, okay, we'll look forward to that. And at that point, the old bloke says to me, can I ask you not to play so loud? It hurts my ears. And I said to him, well, I'm sorry, that's how I play it. That's how it is. Oh, well, okay then, blooming cheek. I don't sit there criticising other people's playing, do I, dear? How rude. They moan, and like the Brexiteers, dear. Like the Ramonas, they moan and they moan. People moan all the time. I'm glad that you never, ever hear me moan, not on this programme, dear. This is all about fun. Fun, fun, fun. That's what we're about. One fun, fun, fun. Joseph says, you're so much more interesting to watch than that dreadful Love Island. Is it still on air? I know it's still on, is it? Is anyone watching that programme? I gather it's going to be twice a year from soon, isn't it? We're going to have it twice. Well, not me, because I don't watch it. You're going to have it twice a year. Sometimes I have a quick look at the flesh, you know, the pictures of the bodies that people upload to Facebook and places like that. But I certainly don't watch the programme. As you know, I was around my mate's house a couple of weeks ago, and he had it on in the background. And there wasn't, you know, when you've got something on in the background and someone's talking to you, and you're suddenly attracted to the telly. Oh, hang on a minute. What did they say then? Not once. Not once did that happen in the whole hour of the programme. Not interested. Thank you, Joseph. Ray, have you ever been picked up by the police, Chris? What, by the police? The fuzz? No, never. What for? Speeding, I suppose. That's about it. No, nothing. No, only the police. Only speeding. A few times, I suppose. Really. Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you know how far? Oh, no idea. No idea how far. Do you tell me? The best one was actually. Now, this is, of course, in my younger days. I do not speed now, ever. I don't find it necessary. You know, 55 mile an hour on the motorway. I get such good fuel economy on the car. And all that, but I used to. And the best one, I was on the M3 one night. I can't remember what time it was. It would have been late at night, maybe 2:30 in the morning. And I'm tearing along. I had a Land Rover at the time, tearing along the road. And oh God, here we go. I looked at a quick look at my phone. Anyway, so I pulled him. Good evening, sir. I said, you know why we pulled you over? Oh, was I going a little bit too fast, officer? That's right, sir. How fast was I going? Well, I'm going to leave that up to you, sir. We clocked you twice. Once at 89 and once at 102. Which one would you like? Oh, can I have the 89, please? Right you are, sir. 89, a good choice, sir, because 102 and you'll be banned. Instant ban. So we're going to do you for 89. Who hasn't been done for speeding? God, oh, holier than I would never speed in my life. I bet there's a few of you out there, holier than thou. Who let thou that has thrown the first stone commit the last sin, or something like that. I can't remember now. Roy says, Chris, I came before the chicken and the egg, and he's always come. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that, Roy. Keep it clean, old boy, dear. Come on. Hello to Brian Reed. Welcome to the show, Brian. Roy says, who let the dogs out? Ooh, 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 ooh. Who let the dogs out to be picked by the seagulls? Who let the dogs out? I wonder what the dog sounded like when it was picked up by the seagull and carried off. If you were listening to it, it would have been, seagull would come down with it. As it disappears into the distance. Well, it was hungry, weren't it? Don't be upset for a seagull eating a chihuahua when you sit there and eat your chicken dinner later on. Hypocrites, dear. Hypocrites. That's what they are. Hypocrites. Hello to Jerry Green. Welcome to the show, Jerry. Rachel hasn't got a clue about the chicken and the egg. No, neither have I. Hello to Matt Martins, who's in Canada. Good evening, Matt. He's got a lovely little boy called Jake. And I do keep an eye on your wall there, Martin. I hope your family is all right and your wife and all that, okay? Gary, there is no holiday prize, Gary. No. There's no holiday prize. There's no prizes at all. Not for you. You need to get up a bit earlier and get in there. Get that first message in. Hello to John Lauder. Good evening. Just seen the leg was from a rabbit. Are you sure? Was it a rabbit leg? Oh, there's still hope for what's its name? Geronimo or Gizmo, whatever it's called. Something like that. Hello to Kevin Webster. Mark Jones is in the bath tonight. Oh, don't drop me in the bath. Oh, have you got a waterproof phone? How do they make phones waterproof? I was wondering that because, obviously, down at the bottom there, we got the speakers, haven't we? And we got that whole thing. What's that called? That you plug your adapter and all that into, and there's a hole here for the microphone and a hole for the cat. How is that waterproof? Isn't that strange and mysterious? Very, very clever. Very clever. Gary's on the new page. Are you on the new page? I see. No. That's not how it works. It's not how it works, Gary. It's the first message that comes in from everywhere. And that today was Mike Rees-Ponto and Adrian I'm Offended Richardson. There we are. Hello to Kim Witt. Good evening, Kim. She's up in Lincolnshire. All right. Let's just scroll past some of these here. A little bit too many to read out. Okay, just a second. Joey Millen. Hello to Joey. All right. Rachel was going to go to the Heckington Slow, but it flipping rained as usual. Yes, Rachel, I've got a very, very good friend of mine who lives in Heckington, who I met only last year. His name's Tom. And he messaged me last night, actually, saying it's so upsetting. All these people went to Heckington. They had like a village fete type thing and a fun fair and that sort of thing. And it absolutely chucked it down, and all the blokes had to de-rig and take all the stuff away again, and completely ruined, unfortunately, the Heckington show. That's a nice little place, Heckington. It's like, is it a small village or a large? It's a small to medium-sized village, although they're building extra houses on there. And actually, if you wanted to buy a house there, they're relatively cheap compared to other parts of the country. There's like, I think there's one pub. There's a nice little restaurant place to eat. There's one shop there. You know the sort of place. It's nice there. Nice place there to live, Heckington, Rachel. Just scroll down here. Both crap hosts. Yeah, they are. What's his name again? Oh, Warwick Davis and Ben Shepherd. I think it's dreadful. It's just fake. Fake. And we've said this before. There's so much fakeness on the telly. Gone are the days of the great Bob Monkhouse. It was just so, it just flowed naturally. He didn't need cue cards or, if he did have a auto cue on the screen in front of him, you wouldn't know he was using it. They're just brilliant people. I'll tell you who's a good, really good quiz show host on the telly. Bradley Walsh. Brilliant. Because it's natural. Bradley Walsh is natural. He doesn't need cue cards or anything. And you just know that Warwick Davis and Ben Shepherd are just reading it from the blooming telly, the little auto cue. The auto cue, it's like a script that is actually coming up on the camera in front of them on a little bit of glass, right? And they just read it word for word. That's not natural, and you can tell. It sticks out a mile. Not entertaining at all. Hello to Katie Ann Patterson. Good evening, Katie. LaBelle says, I was picked up by the police once. He took me to dinner and a movie. Now, can we help LaBelle? We need to help LaBelle, right? Here is how we're going to help LaBelle tonight. LaBelle is a drag queen, and she is doing her own night. She needs a name for the night. Your suggestions, please. Type them up there. LaBelle is... Now... She doesn't want the name of the night to include her name, LaBelle. So any suggestions, type them up there, and she may use one, okay? She needs a little bit of help with choosing a name for her night, okay? Let's have Tony. Let he who has never sinned cast the first stone. John chapter 2, verse 15. Thank you, Tony. Tony is our religious correspondent tonight, aren't you, Tony? I love it. I love it. And Peter Lake doesn't like Love Island. Load of crap. John Lauder, €600 in speeding fines in Spain. Caught twice in the same journey. Oh, John. I've often wondered that, actually. You know, if you're driving on, say, a motorway or something like that, and like one camera gets you, and like 5 miles down the road, another camera gets you. Does that mean you get 6 points? Or is it kind of done on a daily basis? I mean, I've never been caught twice in one journey. In fact, as I say, I don't speed anymore. I can't remember when I... Hang on, let me have a look at my drive. I don't know if I've still got my driving licence. Hang on a minute. Let me have a look in my filing cabinet. Important paper. There's no cash. Don't come breaking in here looking for cash. I was saying that to someone the other night. I'm very funny keeping cash in the house. I've probably never got more than about 40 or 50 quid in the house. I'm terrified that someone's going to break in and nick my money. Literally, sometimes on the way home. Actually, it's all bank transfers now. But when we used to get paid by cash, the next day I'd go straight down to the bank and put it in immediately, because I was always worried about losing the money. It got to one point actually where I'd do a night's work wherever. Some years ago, I mean, you used to get paid every night, you see. So every night, and I was working every night. So every night, I got a wage. And then on the way home, I would divert my journey just so that I could stop at a bank machine and put the money in. When I think about it now, and I stopped doing that, someone mentioned to me, is that safe? Well, I'm just putting... I don't never thought about it. You know, night time, pitch black, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're standing at a bank machine in blooming Hammersmith. You're asking for trouble, aren't you? I used to put it in there, and probably not a safe thing to do at all, that really, is it? Anyway, let's see if I've got my driving licence here. I don't know if it's here, man. Don't know, a minute. Oh, I can't find it. No, it's not here. Where is it now? Oh, you know what? No, oh, look what I found. Remember those? Oh, look what I found. Remember those? That'd be worth... Who wants to buy this off me? £200 for that, please. Actually, there's probably a few of them in there. Is it? No, I've only got the one. Wow, that's how long ago we stopped using the license things on cars, isn't it? 13. I don't think my license is here, man. Oh, hang on, no. No, it's in my wallet. Actually, I won't know if there's any points on there because we don't have that green bit anymore, do we? We've just got the card. I've just got the pink card when we're driving license. How do you know how many points are on your license? Anyone know that? Can you look that up? I think mine have probably expired now completely. I would guess, something like that. Let's have a look there. Shania is listening from her bed tonight. Good evening, Shania. Go to sleep. You'll soon be asleep if you're watching this show, let me tell you that now. Hello to Gadgets and Games, 1975. Watching there on YouTube. Hello to you. Rachel, in Heckington, they have a 6-sow windmill, don't they? Yes, indeed. And I've got some pictures of that somewhere. Not actually on the system, though, unfortunately. Oh, I can't show you. But go and have a look at that. If you go to Heckington, go to the 6 Hour Windmill place, which is quite near the train station. And I believe there's a little place underneath it. You can go in and have cups of tea and cakes and scones. Scones with clotted cream and strawberry jam. Yes, please, mummy. Let's have some of those as quickly as possible. Hello to Michael Lawrence. Good evening, Michael. Are you going to Brighton Pride? Brian wants to know. No, I've no interest in doing Pride or anything like that. That's for young people marching around with little rainbows and tiny little sparkling shorts. I don't think I could walk around in tiny little sparkling shorts anymore and no top or a white singlet, little white vest. It's not going to look right on me anymore, unfortunately. Roy was at Nottingham Pride on Saturday. I reckon every policeman in Nottingham and every 16-year-old girl was there dressed gay. Oh, they all like to join in, didn't they? Roy, what did you wear? You didn't turn up in a thong, did you? Oh, my God. Bleh. I'm feeling ill now. Bleh. Don't forget, gang, if you're watching on a television or something like that, you can text the show if you want to. The text number is up there. It's 07551 259 675. 07551 259 675. That's only for texts. If you try and ring the phone, no one will answer, okay? Feel free to try if you want to, but no one will answer. Just for texts only. Let's just scroll down there a little bit. Here's some name for LaBelle. Name for LaBelle. Endorsed by Chris Reardon Knight. No, Roy, that's not rolling off the tongue. Russ says she can name her knight after me. What, Russ Philip Vernon Knight? No, that's not working. Can we have some sensible suggestions, please, for LaBelle? LaBelle, name for the night. Ding Dong the Witch is back. Oh, that's not nice. She's not a witch, dear. Nice person, LaBelle. Nice person. Aren't you awful? Hello to Roy's the boy. Good evening, Roy. No, Tony, I don't. Brian, in the penny. In the penny. There's some suggestions there. Let's have a look. Roy's vintage variety night. Now, that would depend on what sort of songs and what's in the show, wouldn't it? Vintage variety nights. Adrian, when I used to go to the bank, it used to go 3 peps for safety. 3 peps for safety. What does that mean? 3 cakes for safety. Rachel likes cream teas. Oh, yes, Rachel. We do like a cream tea. Are you going to Heckington next week then, Rachel? What day are you going? Michael Pullman there. Good evening, Michael. And there we are. Let's have a look. Right, Adam the Plumber, just joining us very late there. Hello to Adam the Plumber. Good. I got back from... did you see... anyone see Casualty? Oh, my God, blimey. Connie Beecham, who's it... I'll just go on... if you don't watch Casualty, just bear with me a second or two. Casualty is a series on BBC One about workings of a casualty department in a hospital. It's been on for years. The main star, of course, is the nurse Charlie, played by Colin Thompson. And the storyline, the clinical lead in Casualty is Connie Beecham. And over the last few weeks, we've discovered she's addicted to some sort of pills. We don't know what pills they are, but every now and again she pops in, and she's clearly off her head, or that she walks around like in a daze. You know, like me, actually. Walk. I do in the morning. Oh, I'm terrible in the morning. Some mornings. Do you know what? I've realised it's the weirdest thing ever, right? I get up in the morning, oh, I can't be bothered with all this today. And I'm walking, I'll be all right after breakfast. I'm still not all right. And it's the same if I get up and after I've had an afternoon nap as well. I can't be bothered now. You know, sometimes I lay in bed, I might wake up at, like tonight, I woke up at 6 o'clock and I just watched the telly for an hour before I got up. And at about 7 o'clock, I got out of bed and I thought, I can't be bothered. And I wanted to go swimming tonight. And I got up to the swimming pool and I'm in the pool and I'm going up and down. I've done my 60 lengths. I come out. I've come back here and I'm still thinking, I can't be bothered. Now, this is the same in the morning. So I'm having breakfast, watch a bit of telly. Then I come up here, or if I'm in the caravan, I go into the little room and I start writing down bits and pieces to talk about and choosing some news stories, perhaps that you might be, I think you might be interested in. I try not to do anything too serious, as you well know. And I'm tired. I thought, oh, I can't be bothered. And then when I'm all ready, I start the countdown, right? And it's counting down. And I'm like this, okay, right, so I'm all ready. I share the show to lots of groups and things like that. I've turned things on, I've titled it, like, here it goes. And I'm like that. And literally, at about 20 seconds, so 20, 19, and suddenly I wake up. Isn't that the weirdest thing? This show actually, I very often say that, you know, if you want to go to sleep, watch one of these programs. It will certainly send you to sleep. But it wakes me up as it comes to 20, 19, and I do get nervous. And I'm like this, oh, is the shirt all right? You know, Roy Brownlow's going to moan that the collar's up, or Ray Reynolds is going to moan that there's a crease in the backdrop or something like that. Is everything all right? And then suddenly that thing and the date disappears and the globe appears and it comes to me and I am wide awake. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I realised that today. I realised this show actually wakes me up in the morning. Or at night, depending on the time, doesn't it? What was I saying? Yes, so I came back from church, had some lunch, and I thought I'll have a little bit of a clean-up tonight. And I thought I'd clean up this afternoon, and I got the hoover out, and I'm starting to do the bedroom. And I thought, no, I'll do the bedroom properly today for a change. You know, so I've hoovered the bit that I usually hoover. And then I got this extension thing out, and I went underneath the wardrobe and the chest of drawers that I've got in the bedroom from John Lewis. I've had them about 10, all good quality stuff here. Cost a little bit when I bought them, but, you know, they're never going to fall apart. A lot like that MFI stuff, you know, chipboard. Ghastly stuff, innit? Awful stuff, that chipboard stuff. So hoovering under there, then I thought I'd move the bed. Oh, I don't dare tell you, dear. You're going to think I'm a dirty, disgusting, filthy old man. That's what. So, what do you mean you do already? My nephew says that to me. He says I'm a dirty old man, my nephew. Jimmy, 22. Just because I look at other blokes. It's outrageous. Outrageous. Anyway, so I moved the bed. Oh, my God. Dust and feathers. There's no dead bird under there. Perhaps it's that seagull. Maybe that seagull. Maybe it's fur under there and not feathers. Maybe the seagull flew into my window when it was wide open, when it was hot, and ate the chihuahua and stuffed the remains under my bed. I don't know. Oh, it was filthy. Absolutely filthy. The dust. I can't tell you the dust underneath that bed. Anyway, it was all hoovered up eventually, and I went round the edge, you know, with that adapter thing that you stick on the hose, round the edge. Suck. Oh, don't it feel good, girls, when you've done some cleaning like that, and you know how clean that bedroom now is, dear. No wonder I had asthma. Achoo, achoo, achoo all the time. Awful. And bits of dried up tissue underneath the bed as well. How did they get under there? No one's been climbing under there, blowing their noses or whatever. Awful. I was going to do the rest of the house, but by the time I finished the bedroom, I was too tired to do anything else. Done a couple of loads of washing, and that was it. As I say, I had a sleep, then I went up to the swimming pool earlier on, which was nice. It's my last day up at the Bracknell swimming pool. I've left there now. I was a member of Livingwell, the Hilton Hotel, which is very well run by a bloke called Trevor. He's a lovely man. He's always been the manager since I've been going up there for about 3 or 4 years now. But unfortunately, because I'm up north more, and they have certain classes as well at the Bracknell Leisure Centre, and they've put an extra class in on a Monday, which means I can't use it Monday. I could get up there Sunday night, and then sometimes Saturday, time is a bit tight for me on Saturday, so I couldn't really use it on Sunday, which made me down to one night a week, Sunday, for 46 quid a month. And I thought, that's a little bit dear, you know. Now, if I want to go up there now, I can still go up there, and it's £7.50 a time. But even if I was to go up there every Sunday night, so that's 7.40, that's 15, that's 30 quid instead of 46. So I've left that one now, but I joined the Sports Centre in Boston, which is only £29 a month. And there I go 3 or 4 times a week, so it's worth doing. Again, that's the same price. If you was to go sort of, you know, as a non-member once. It's £7.50 to use the one in Boston on the gym side of things because they got the nice showers in the gym. If you go on the swimming side, it's only a fiver, but the showers are crap. Honestly, the showers on the swimming side. This is the Jeff Mould Leisure Centre in Boston. On the swimming side, there's this, I kid you not, there's this big area where the showers are, right? And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8 shower heads. And down the side of the wall, there's one thin pipe feeding all these showers, right? Now, when I go there, which is usually about 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, generally I'm the only one in there. And even then, I push that shower and this water just dribbles out like that. Oh, you can't have a decent shower, right? But on the gym side, they've got like 4 showers and they're really powerful. You know, pour out, so it's worth paying the extra. But if you was to go daily, it's £7.50, right? If you sign up monthly, it's 29 quid. So you've only got to go, what's that? So it's 7.50, that's 50. You've only got to go once a week and you've made your money back. I go 3 or 4 times a week, so it's worth doing. So I've saved myself a little bit of money there. It's all about, I do like to save money, as you know. We like to do a bit of money saving. So I went swimming today, as I say, last day there. Then I've come up here to have a little chat with you. And when it finishes, I'll have my dinner and watch Pole Dark for that. Right, let's just scroll down, scroll back up there. Just a second. Right, LaBelle. 1 minute, talking to each other there. What about climate change? Night for LaBelle. What, you could call the night climate change, could you? Tony says that's a suggestion for you. Climate change. No, I'm not going with that one, Tony. Are you a climate change protester, Tony? Are you? Are you sticking yourself to lampposts? If you're a climate change protester and you're watching this programme, you're not a real climate change protester because you're supposed to be sitting there in complete darkness and not using any gas or electricity, are you? Or moving from your house. What about that old boat, dear, that they put across the road? Dreadful. So they should have just pushed it in the river and see how well that was. Dust and a feather boa. That's dust and a feather boa. That's what was under the bed, I reckon. Let's have a look. Adam says, I bet you'll sleep better tonight without all that dust under the bed. Do you think so? Do you think that affects your sleep? Dust under the bed. I must say I'm quite pleased I didn't find any insects. Spiders. I don't really find many insects in it. I do find them in the caravan. I found there hasn't been any more black beetles recently. I found 3 black beetles. Oh, talking of the caravan, I've decided to spend a little bit of money. I'm having a proper air conditioning cum heating system put in, electric, which will hopefully improve. Because I had no air conditioning at all in the living room. It's so hot in the caravan in the summer. I mean, it was bad. It was terrible on Thursday. Was it Thursday last week or Wednesday? I can't remember what day it was now. I think it was Wednesday, actually, wasn't it? It was terrible. Oh, my God, I can't tell you how hot it was. And I know that that's not a normal thing. But even sort of if the sun's on it, even if it's like 70, 75 degrees... 70, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about 20, 22 degrees centigrade. Even if it's just that, if the sun's hitting that caravan, it's very, very hot in there. So I'm having some proper air conditioning put in, like the one I've got in here. I don't know if you can see that. Would that camera pick that? 1 minute. Yes, you can. You see that one I've got in here? That's been there for some years now. So I'm having a couple of those put in there. One in the bedroom and one in the living area as well. And they will also heat it as well. So I can do away. I've got little fan heaters all over the place at the moment, and a convector radiator, and an oil-filled radiator, and a gas fire. They should heat it as well. So I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I thought, well, it looks like I'm going to be up there for a while. I don't think I'm going to buy a house up there. Not at the moment, anyway. I do still feel quite attached to my house down here in Berkshire, and it is quite nice having the best of both worlds, to be honest. My mate lives down here as well, you know, and I wouldn't like not to be able to see him. Hello to Weird City Citizen. Good evening today. Who says it's cold? Oh, I wouldn't say it was cold today. Dear me. Rachel said she found a dead body under the bed. Completely forgot he was hiding under it. Well, did you kill him, Rachel? Have you have you murdered someone? If it was an ex and they upset you, well, that's fair enough. It's no problem. You just, if they take you to court, you just say, well, he was my ex and he upset me, and then say, oh, okay then, and then you just walk free. That's how it works. Hello to Tommy Flynn. Good evening. Who's enjoying the show on a Sunday night? Thank you very much. Before a night shift. Is popping into the karaoke tomorrow night. Come along to the karaoke tomorrow night. That's it, Tommy. If you're new to the show, welcome along. I do host karaoke. 3 lots of karaoke. The next one is tomorrow night at Central Station Bar, which is in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross in North London, if you want to come and join us down there. We have a lovely crowd of people coming there. The crowd are older on a Monday than they are on a Friday. But if you want to join us down there, doesn't matter how old you are, and you don't have to sing. It's all about having a go. Okay, karaoke tomorrow night at Central Station. Monday night karaoke from 7:30. Okay, Matt, how have the temperatures been in the UK this summer? In my part of Canada, it's been between 30 and 40 degrees centigrade on lots of days. Well, we had 30. I think it was 37 where I was. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday last week, although in the caravan that equates to 42. It was so hot in there. That's like 102, 105 Fahrenheit, something like that. Australia weather, says Katie. You're absolutely right. You're right. I mean, you go to Australia in Sydney, my God, that gets hotter every year. I don't know how they cope over there. And the thing is, in Australia, electricity is very, very expensive. It's very, very expensive for them to put their air conditioning on in Australia. In America, of course, all the places have got it. You know, go in any hotel in the States and they've all got, you know, they're all up with the air conditioning now. And I don't know how we coped without it before, really, when you think about it. Of course, I was a child in the 1970s, and we had hot summers in the 1970s. Perhaps not as hot as that day we had this week, but certainly, and they seem to go on for weeks. Yeah, the summers in the 1970s did go on for weeks and weeks. That thing's just stopped working. Or maybe it's reached temperature. I can't even. Does it stop when it reaches temperature? Oh, it's quite a pleasant temperature in here tonight. Let's have a look. Mike, I hear you're having problems with LED street lamps in Bracknell, and it's making Bracknell look like the black hole of Calcutta. Mike, you're right. No, we had these things installed a year or two ago now. They are absolutely useless unless you're standing directly underneath them. The problem isn't so much how bright they are. The light just doesn't seem to spread. Okay? My lovely neighbour a few doors down, Pearl, she's on that end. I'm on this end. But after me, it's just plants and forest, you see. So you don't need lights. No one walks down there. But where she is, and it's where my garage is as well, there used to be, you know, an orange light. It wasn't very tall. An orange light there, you know, a round orange light. And it would light up the whole area, including down a dark alley, which is right next to my neighbour's house. It's just like a bit of a dark alley. It's not so much an alley. It's like 2 houses and a bit of a path going down. So the 2 houses, I suppose it is an alley, really. And this orange light would light up that whole area. They replaced it with an LED one. And, okay, if you stand underneath it, it's probably as bright, if not brighter, than the orange lamp. But it doesn't spread. You know, I'm all right where my garage is. But the actual light is like that. It doesn't spread out. They are absolutely useless. Of course, they're probably very, very good, much better for the environment, and they're saving the council an awful lot of electricity. Not that we'll see it in reduced, you know, council tax or anything like that, because, of course, the council people, they have to pay themselves lots of money, don't they? Pigs in the trough, dear. Pigs in the trough, that's what they are. So they're useless, those LED lights. That being said, around my house, years ago, I put up LED lamps. They're like bulkhead lamps, you know? So, I haven't got anything here. So they're so big, like that, and they're on the side of my house, and they're really good at lighting them up. So whether it's the type of lamps they are, or what, I do not know. Really don't know, but they are useless, those LED lamps. Tony! Can we have some information about the kind of night LaBelle is running? There you are, LaBelle. What side of night are you running? The people want to know so that they can come back to you with a few suggestions. Okay? Poor Weird City, the hotel I work at, Hilton, has no air conditioning. Is that in a hotel? Where's that then? What, in London? A hotel with no air conditioning? Good God. Surprised at that. Guests are always complaining. I should think they were last week. Oh, dear me. All right. Now, what do you like eating? What do you like eating? I've got a story here. And if you won't, we'll open the phone line after this. And if you want to call in, you can do. In the Daily Mirror tonight, hungry Tony Jays munched his way to the annual World Stinging Nettle Championships. Stinging Nettle Championships by eating 58 foot of the stinging nettles. God. Tony devoured the leaves from 29 2-foot long stems of nettles to take the title. Oh my God. A retired school teacher, Lindy Rogers, 67, won the women's category by getting through 46 feet of nettles. Although the 67-year-old only decided to enter the eccentric contest at the last minute, her technique of dipping the nettles into her cyber proved decisive. Oh, God. She said, I had a nice glass of pear and apple cider, which I dunked the rolled up leaves in to make them more moist and easier to go down. I'm thrilled to have won. My tongue is black today, but I feel fine. That must hurt, mustn't it? Eating stinging nettles when you think about it. Oh, that's just awful. Why would you eat stinging nettles? 3 times winner Phil Throm, who holds the world record of 104 foot of stinging nettles, attended the event but chose not to take part. Don't they sting as they go down? You know what it's like? You know what those stinging nettles? You've only got to touch one like that, and it all comes up, little white bumps on your hand, doesn't it? Imagine eating. Has anyone done that? Have you ever eaten stinging nettles? Eh? God. The contest first started in 1997 after a local farmer lost a bet with another one who had the longest nettles, with the loser having to eat a whole stem. Oh, God. Pauline Brooks, landlady of the Bottle Inn where the contest is held. We have quite a few first-timers take part this year, and they were all very brave. I should think they were. Oh, my God. Eating. Has anyone ever eaten stinging nettles? What's your favourite meal? Is there a reason that it's your favourite meal? If you want to talk about it tonight, you can call in. There's a phone number up there now if you want to call in, boys and girls. 02081443477. Okay? Be interesting. Don't be boring on the phone, because I'll cut you off. 02081443477 is my calling number. It's a local London number, gang. If you call it in, it will cost you just the normal price of a normal phone call. It's not a premium rate. Not going to cost you 50 pence a minute or anything like that. 02081443477 is my local London number. If you don't want to ring, that's fine as well. We're not desperate for phone calls, but the option's there if you want it tonight, okay? 02081443477. Tony has had nettle tea. I don't know about that, eating nettles. It's not kind of doing it for me, really. I don't know about that. Let's just scroll back. Oh, Rachel keeps getting chucked off the live feed. Do you really? Rachel, try YouTube. YouTube.com/Chris Reardon UK. I have to say, if you're watching a different platform, you won't be able to see the Facebook messages, though. That's the only thing. Okay? Although you could have that open, you probably still get the messages, even though you're chucked out of the live feed. I don't know why you're being chucked out of the live feed. Or, I'll tell you what, Rachel, oh, no, you won't get... I don't know if you'll get the messages on United Kingdom Talk. Type into the top there, United Kingdom Talk, okay? Into your Facebook search bar. That should bring up our new page, United Kingdom Talk page. And there's also a feed going to that as well. It might work on there. If not, try the YouTube feed, youtube.com youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. You can find exactly the same show playing there, all right? youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. You can message me from there, but you won't see the Facebook messages. You'll see only the people on YouTube. Okay? Roy likes eating food. Meat for Roy. He loves the dead animals, Roy, doesn't he? He loves them. Hello to Rob Shabby Kirkshaw, who's up there, Yorkshire. Da, 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 da. Nothing better than a cup of Yorkshire tea. Better than nettle tea, what Tony Power is eating, isn't it? Oh, here's a good one, LaBelle. Someone suggested the name for your show, Magic Kingdom. I like that. I know you don't want to use your name, but LaBelle's Magic Kingdom would sound nice. Magic Kingdom. I like that. I like that. Now, LaBelle's show is going to consist of a drag show with 4 entertainers and her hosting it, okay? The bar is called Vintage Bar and Lounge. My Style, a Broadway disco showgirl. The age group is 30 plus. All right? So remember, LaBelle is looking for a name for her new night. She doesn't necessarily want to include her own name within the title of the night. So once again, the format for her show is a stand-up drag show with 4 entertainers and her hosting. The bar is called Vintage Bar and Lounge. My Style is a Broadway disco showgirl, and the age group is 30 plus. Get your thinking caps on. She needs a name for her show, okay? Hello to Rosie Marshall. Welcome to the show, Rosie. Kevin's there. Good evening, Kevin, up in Manchester. Good evening, Kevin. Welcome to this piece of madness. Adrian said they wrapped cheese with nettles. Does that make a difference? Yeah, but the spikes are still going to go down your food, your oesophagus, aren't they? Down the food pipe. How come that doesn't get hurt? Oh no, I couldn't be eating nettles. No, I'll stick to the beans on toast. I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Actually, I've got some of those like unusual, like barbecue beans or something like that. I fancy tonight. Poor Kevin's had the wettest birthday ever. Her hair is... What hair? You haven't got any hair left? My hair is ruined, please, dear. I've got a mine cut this week. It's getting very long again. Can you see I've chopped back a bit here? I've chopped right back here. I'm happy with it much shorter. There is still a bit there, you know. I don't really get that 5 o'clock shadow because most of it's grey, unfortunately. That's just how it is, isn't it? Never mind. Okay, have you got insurance policies? Now, I must admit to you, I don't have much insurance. I have the insurance that I absolutely have. You can be insured right up to the eyeballs, you know. But have you got insurance? You might need this one. In the Daily Mirror today, more than 6,000 people have taken out alien abduction policies. Each worth the equivalent of £8 million in compensation. Yes. You may want to think about this. Your loved ones should be insured. You know, if you was to lose your loved one to an alien abduction, you get yourself £8 million. That's not bad, is it? I'll be on the phone immediately to some aliens somewhere. The bizarre deal provided by St. Lawrence Agency in Florida promises clients cover for supernatural sites such as Area 51. It offers coverage for a one-off fee of just $24.95, that's £20, in which they will mail a paper copy of the certificate in a frame. Digital copies cost £16. But there's one catch in the small print. They will only pay $1 per year over a 10 to 20 million year period. So you're not going to get the money straight away, I'm afraid, gang. Mike St. Lawrence, who also owns the firm, said the surge in interest comes after a Facebook page urging people to storm Area 51 went viral. You know, I saw that in the paper. Did that happen? It proposes a meeting on September the 20th to the Area 51 Alien Centre tourist attraction to coordinate a raid. So you can now insure yourself against being abducted by aliens, boys and girls. Some of the bars I've worked in over the years, I think there's been a few aliens of those. Roy wants to know how much to pay an alien to take me away. Well, I'd probably be a desired thing for aliens. They would want me to do the entertainment, dear. Wouldn't they? Aliens are coming. Kevin's surprised it's an American thing. Well, there you go. You know the Americans, they have all this stuff, dear. All this stuff. Kevin says he wouldn't mind being probed. It's been a while, has it, lovey? There's me, Wonder Woman, over there on YouTube. Let us know how that goes for you there, Rachel. All right, darling. Okay. Another suggestion for LaBelle's night. Call it Purple Magic, as purple disco music is very fashionable at present. What's purple disco music? I don't know what purple disco music is. What is purple disco music? I don't know what that is. Not sure what it is. I was asked to DJ again last night somewhere else. And I said, oh, no, I don't do DJing anymore. I did it for 30 years. I enjoyed it while I did it. Don't get me wrong. But towards the end, I started falling out of love with the new music, really. No, it wasn't really for me. I thought, oh, I can't be doing this anymore. So that's why I do the karaoke now. Much more fun. More fun. Fun. That's what it's all about, dear. Fun. Right. On the same sort of level as aliens and things like this, and Roy's going to love this one. Roy, you'll love this story, dear. It's in the Mail Online today. And you and I have disagreed on this many, many times. You know what's coming, don't you? Who isn't listening, goes the story in the Mail today. It's official. If you're using a voice assistant, pretty much any voice assistant, someone could be listening in. Now, Roy doesn't believe this. Roy doesn't believe, unless you say the word Alexa. I've just probably set off your Alexas, those of you that have it. He doesn't believe Alexa listens to you until you say the word Alexa. Well, The Guardian reports that Apple has joined an ever-listing group of tech companies that listens in on commands uttered through its virtual voice assistant. So, I mean, I don't know if I've got this on, this actually. And what do I say to this? I can't remember now. Does it say there? Apple. Hello, Apple, on. No, it's not that. What's it called? Siri. Siri, on. Hello, Siri. Siri? Nothing. So there's nothing coming up. But I don't know that's not listening to me. How do I know? I mean, it might be set so that it's just listening to me all the time. Well, according to The Guardian, it says The Guardian reports that Apple has joined an ever-listing growing list of tech companies that listens in on commands uttered through its virtual voice assistant. Snippets of audio, reports The Guardian, are sent to contractors who are responsible for listening and grading them for accuracy, including whether or not the command was accidental or whether its assistant, Siri, was able to complete the task. As is the case with other similar programs from Google and Amazon, however, a whistleblower says that the program has inadvertently swept up audio data that most might find confidential. Now, even in the most sort of naive of ways, presumably, to make this stuff work better than it does, because you remember when the first voice assistants come out, yeah, you might call my sister, and nothing would happen. Call my sister, and it might come back. You want to call Mark? No, call my sister. Now you remember how bad they were. They're much better now. If I want to call someone from the car, I just push a button on the steering wheel and I say, call my sister. And it says, calling your sister, mobile or home? And I say, home. And it just rings her. No problem. I mean, the speed at which that has come along is quite astounding. Because when that first voice-operated stuff, when it first came out, it was just bloody useless, wasn't it? Did you ever, like, try and dictate a text and almost every word was wrong, wasn't it? Well, now it's almost perfect every single time. Now, presumably, tech companies must need to listen to all sorts of accents and the way people speak, and people speaking fast and slow and with foreign accents, and they must have to listen to loads of this to eventually get it right. So where do you think all that's coming from? They must be listening all the time. So that's just a naive sort of way of looking at it, perhaps in the fact that they're only listening to make it better for the way we use it. But are they listening for other purposes? You know, to start sending you all these blooming adverts to crap that you don't actually want to buy? Just endless adverts. I do wonder sometimes, these people that advertise on tech sites, whether it be Google or Facebook or YouTube, at some point, surely some of these companies are going to realise, well, we're spending a vast, small fortunes on advertising on the internet, but no one's buying it. I don't buy anything because I've seen an advert. I don't remember the last time. If I want something, I'll look. Usually on Amazon, I have to say. I buy practically everything on Amazon now. I got fed up going to shops. Only to go into the shop and have someone say, oh, we can order it for you, but we haven't got one in. Well, I might as well have sat at home and had it delivered the next day by Amazon, wouldn't I? Most of my stuff comes from Amazon now. I'm afraid to tell you. But that being said, I do like to walk into a shop and browse. I quite like DIY places. I can walk into Homebase or B&Q, and I usually go up and down the lighting. I look at all the pretty lights and things like that. Maybe look at the power. I don't buy anything. I just look. And then out into the garden section, might pick up a rose bush or something like that. A couple of tomato plants, a few bags of earth. You know, I like to browse. I mean, I've done garden shopping online before. I don't find it much cheaper, and what happens is that all this stuff arrives in boxes, and it never looks as good as if you just bought it from a garden centre or B&Q or somewhere like that. It says, as with the case with other similar programs for Google and Amazon, however, a whistleblower says the program has inadvertently swept up audio data that most might find confidential. It says those include, according to an unnamed source in the report, conversations between patients and doctors, sex, criminal activity, and official business talk. All this stuff has been picked up by these people that listen to the conversations, you see. In a statement to The Guardian, Apple admitted to its previous unreported practice. A small portion of Siri requests are analysed, and this is what I'm just saying to you, to improve Siri and dictation. User requests are not associated with the user's Apple ID, said the company. Now, that's what they say. They, so the recordings they collect, they are saying they don't marry that up with the person who uttered those words. But that's what they say. You don't know, do you? You don't know whether that's true or not. What, just because they said that? It's like someone who knows nothing about cars. There's something wrong with your car. You take it into, car won't start. You take it into the garage. Your engine's all gone wrong, mate. You need a new engine. Well, I wouldn't know that. Does it? Oh, okay then. You rely on them to be telling you the truth, but you don't know that. How many of you take your cars into a garage for a service? You get that bit of paper out, oil change, filter change, brake pads change, da-da-da-da-da. Do you know they've done that? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know they've changed the brake pads? You don't know that? What are you going to do? Go home and take the bloody wheel off? You're not. We rely on them to be telling the truth. How do you know they've changed the oil? What are you going to do? Open the cap and, I don't know, have a look. Because once the oil's changed, you drive the car back and it's gone black anyway, straight away, isn't it? You don't know that they've done that job. You're relying on them to have told you the truth. But you don't actually know. Same with this. Oh, we don't listen to anyone, Oh, no. We would never listen to any. Oh, well, we might have listened to a few words, but we don't know who said those words. I don't believe you. It says Siri, that's the, the iPhone thing, isn't it? Siri. Siri responses are analysed in secure facilities. Well, we all know about secure facilities, dear. They're not secure. Are analysed in secure facilities, and all reviewers are under the obligation to adhere to Apple's strict confidentiality requirements. Is that until the Sun comes along and offers them £10,000 to spill it all? Then they're all in the paper then, aren't they? A source tells The Guardian that the devices are most frequently scrape-up audio not intended for Siri's consumption are Apple's Watch and its HomePod. I don't know what a HomePod is. What is that? Is that the speaker thing? Do they have is that like an Amazon, like a Alexa? Oh, I didn't know Apple had one of those. A smart speaker and home assistant. Yeah, it must be one of those little speaker things. According to the source, that I must admit I was tempted a little while ago to get one of those Amazon, not the Alexa, the other one, the small thing, like a little flat thing, because it does alarms, and I thought, well, I love that in the bedroom, and if I want to set an alarm. I can say, set a lot. I don't know how it works. Amazon making an alarm go off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I just, from my bed, just talk to it like that. And I thought, no, I might make noises in my bed. I don't want that recording those things. I might be very, very noisy in my bed. I don't know. I'm asleep. Oh, recording keeps saying. It says, according to the source, the regularity of accidental triggers on the watch is incredibly high. So is that when you say, hey Siri? I don't know. Did you hear that?
I'm here.
So it is on. What's your name? See? It's listening. I said, hey Siri, and it answered. It's listening to me all the time. That must be the word thing, is it? I thought it was just Siri. Siri. Hey Siri.
I'm listening.
Play Mozart on YouTube.
Here are some videos of Mozart I found on the web. Have a look.
Listening to you all the time. Scary, scary, scary. Anyway, I decided not to get one of those little Amazon Echoes. Not yet. I bet I do in the future. Let's see what you're talking about there. Scrolling down now. Here we go. Here we go. Retro Store. Hello, Martin. Suggested LaBelle's Stardust Showtime. I like that very much. What about that? Stardust Showtime. I don't think she wants her name in it. Stardust Showtime, LaBelle. But that's my brother-in-law. He'd probably charge you a fee if you want to use that. He did a live thing the other day on YouTube, my brother-in-law, because he does retro videos and all that sort of thing. And he did one of his first live shows. And he's found this button. I can't remember, it's speeds payment or something like that. And you can actually send money to the host. We must set one up immediately, dear. Send your cash immediately. We need the cash. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, Michael. I've set off Michael's Amazon device. I'm sorry, Michael. Rachel says it's true. There's a setting you can switch off Alexa. Well, you may think it's been switched off, but how do you know? This is the thing. It's all very well. There's not a physical switch. It's like a touch switch, isn't it? There's no physical switches anymore. You don't know. It may say it's off, but how do you know that? It's not like this lighting. If I go over there, right? There you go. I've turned the light off. You know that's off now, right? Turn it on again. Because it's obvious, yeah? Not with recordings, you don't know. Even when you turn the phone off, you don't know it's off, do you? Roy says it works on an algorithm. How do you say that? Algorithm. Is that the right word? That sets it off. So only the word does it. And actually, there's space satellites by government who can listen into you anywhere. They're all listening, dear. That makes me laugh, doesn't it? Here I am worried about people listening and watching me, and I do want to do this blooming show, don't I? Hello to Peter Guy. Hello to Peter, who says, I've changed the name, so now I sound like Star Trek. I say, computer, play a love song, and it does. Yeah, I think if I had one of those Amazon things, and welcome to the show, Peter, by the way. If I had one of those Amazon things, I think I'd like it to say, like on Star... You're absolutely right, like on Star Trek. I would have it answer to the word computer. Computer on. That's, yeah, like Star Trek. And what's the other one? What was the one from the 70s? Blake Seven. Now, what was he called? Oracle? Was it Oracle? I think that Oracle. Wasn't it called Oracle or something like that? On Blake Seven. That was a good programme, wasn't it? Roy says, and by the remote turn-off command only works when you press the microphone button. Just said 4 times, Alexia, call Chris Reardon. She refused time and time again. I don't want to talk to her. That's why. Kevin says, Kevin works in computers. Google keeps all your recordings from their apps, but you can now delete them if you're concerned about privacy. Thank you. Weird City says, sometimes I may be talking about a product and then it will appear in my adverts. That's happened to me. That's happened to me. Facebook listens to your shows and uses it. I don't mind, to be honest. Some people are very funny about their work. But I've always said, you know, if I do a show straight out there in the public, and if you want to use bits and pieces from it, that's all right. But me, it doesn't bother me. You know, I'm very happy for people to share my stuff all over the place. Doesn't bother me at all. And Kevin, there you go. That's what I was saying. Kevin says they do use the recordings of the voices to improve their devices. LaBelle hates not shopping in a store. It depends what it is, LaBelle. If it's like a microphone cable or something, I mean, you can't go out and buy a microphone cable anymore unless you go to like a specialist shop, and that's a blooming car journey away, that is. You know, I order stuff like that, certainly on the Amazon. Clothes, which I rarely buy. I've got a lot of clothes now. I really don't need to be buying clothes anymore. Every time I've gone to the States, you see, I've gone to those designer outlet places. The last time was with my nephew back in Vegas, and we bought loads of stuff there, loads of which is still in a cupboard, and it's not been used. It's funny when I'm up at the caravan near my sister's house. My nephew says to me, he says, "Why have you've bought all those new clothes? Why do you wear all that old trashy trampy stuff now?" Because it's not worn out yet. That's why. We must wear things and use things until there's absolutely no life left in them, dear. That's how it is. Google Hub. That's the thing, wasn't it? Google Hub. Roy spends his days in Lidl and Aldi. Oh, they're doing up the Aldi in Bracknell in a couple of weeks. It's all closing for 2 weeks and it's all being done out. Adrian's got hi Siri. Was it hi Siri? No, it hasn't come on this time. Hey, no, it's hey, isn't it? It's hey, it's not hi. Hi Siri. Nothing. Hey Siri. Yeah, see? Sorry, cancel. It's hey. Hey Siri, that's the one. Kevin is surprised someone hasn't brought out a song which keeps saying, hey Siri, could you imagine what would happen? Oh, that'd be fun. That would upset the kids in the clubs now who've always got they're doing their selfies all the time. Algorithm, that's it, algorithm. Thank you for correcting me, Kevin. Algorithm. Michael's got a Google Home Mini and it was listening and going off all the times I've unplugged it. I've set Michael's device off. I'll stop it now. LaBelle says it's the waste of money when you can't see and touch things before you buy, for it may not be what you want. Well, I don't know what your laws are over there, LaBelle, but over here, if you order something by mail, if you don't want it for whatever reason, you send it back and they have to give you a refund. I think it's 14 days. Doesn't matter what it is. If you order something online in this, you're actually probably better off to buy stuff online rather than in the shop. If I was to go down a shop tomorrow and I buy, I don't know, a jacket, thank you very much, put it on, sit in the shop, bring it back here, and I've changed my mind, okay? If I take that jacket back to the shop, I don't really want this now. I've changed my mind. Oh, what's happening there? Just a moment, please. Now, this is going off all the time now, isn't it? Shut up! Oh, it says that's not nice. It says that's not nice. What did I say? That's not nice. Yeah, if I take that back to the shop, just because I've changed my mind, they don't have to take it back. They don't have to give you a refund or a credit note or anything. They simply don't have to take it back. If I order a jacket on the internet, I don't know, from Ralph Lauren or something like that, and it comes, I open it, put it, no, I don't like that. I can send that back. They have to give me a refund. That's our law here. So you're actually better off in some cases ordering stuff online than you are the other way. I've got to say, Amazon are absolutely brilliant at that. Amazon are fantastic. I've ordered stuff off Amazon, and perhaps, you know, what was the last thing that I had to do? Oh, it was a set of lights, set of fairy lights for the side of the caravan. I got one set. It's not long enough. So I got an extension set. It came, the connectors are different. So, you know, Amazon, I've got to send this back. Okay, here's a label. Put the label. No, I don't think you don't even need to print a label off anymore. What happens? I think you get one of those little square codes, you know, with all the dots in it. What's that called? Little square code with all the, and that comes on your mobile phone. You take it you put it back in the box, wrap it up. You take it into the post office. No charge. Take it into the post office. Give it. She scans your code on your phone, prints off a label, puts it on there, and that's it. It goes back, and as soon as she's taken that thing off you, they put the refund back in your bank account. You don't have to wait for it to get back there or anything. It's brilliant. Amazon are fantastic at that. I've got to say that. There you go. Distance selling regulations. That's what they are there. Thank you. That's a very, very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. LaBelle still rather buys in the shop. At least I've got the chance to get something else if I don't like it or if it doesn't come in my size. Yeah, I ordered... size is a terrible thing. I think I ordered 3 pairs of jeans. Not the same time. One pair came too small. The next pair came too big. You know what I mean? I had to keep sending the damn things, but I thought, well, I won't be ordering these online again. Oh, my God, is it 11 o'clock? Where did that time go? Oh, I'm late for my... I'm going to have to go. I'm very late for my pills now. I could drop dead while I'm doing the show, dear. Don't want that to... Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? That'd be good for the ratings. All righty. Don't forget, gang, there is now a United Kingdom Talk page on the Facebook. I've only just set it up and I'm kind of getting my head around it at the moment. I'm not fully up on how it all works, so it might be a little bit sparse. But if you want to like that and then click the notifications thing so that whenever there's a show, you'll get some sort of notifications, feel free to do that. Just type in on the Facebook search thing, you know, that where you look for people and people will just type in there, United Kingdom Talk, 3 words, United Kingdom Talk. You should find the page there. Click the like there. And whenever you do something there, that will come up. All right. Time does fly when you're having... I love doing this. You know that. I wish I could get this doing a job like this. It'd be fun. But I'd have to have, like, freedom. Yeah. Oh, Chris. Oh, you forgot the adverts. Oh, God blimey. We don't want to listen to adverts. Thank you very much. What link do you want, darling? Just type in the Facebook United Kingdom Talk. It should come up there, darling, if you can find it. All right, my love. Okay, birthdays then. Let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 28th of... Oh, hello to Seth Jackman, who's visiting the UK now with his friend. Having an awesome time. I hope you have a nice time, Seth. Are you staying in a hotel in London or something? Whereabouts are you, sir? All right, let's do today's birthdays. Louise O'Connor. Good evening, Louise. I'll tell you what, I'll send you the thing on... Just send me a private message, Rachel, on Facebook, and I'll send you the link, all right? It's birthday time, gang. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 28th of July 2019 to Louise O'Connor. Good evening, Louise. Happy birthday to you. Slavo Volek. Lovely picture of you sitting in there in that pool. Happy birthday to you. David Hitchin today is 69 years old. Leon. Hello, Leon. Lives in Roehampton. Leon Anthony today, 46 years old. Theo Williams. A big happy birthday to you, Theo. Barry Barnes today, 37 years old. Susan Groves. Good evening, Susan. Happy birthday to you. Kevin, you kept quiet, didn't you? It's your birthday today. Well, you didn't tell us. Do you know, that's really nice. The fact that you haven't told us, but I found it anyway. Happy birthday to Kevin, who's with us this evening. Everyone wish happy birthday. Everyone wish happy birthday to Kevin today. All right, Sky, who I worked with at the Black Cap. Sky today. Sky Barry Mould is 41 years old. Shaune Kennedy. Good morning, Shaune. Oh, good evening, Shaune. Happy birthday to Shaune. And Ali Tamplin it's about time you put a new photo on there, Ali. That's about 15 years old, that photo. Ali Tamplin today, Tamplin, isn't it, is 38 years old today. So happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Seth says no, he's not in a hotel, he's doing Airbnb with a very attractive older lady. You naughty man. You have a lovely night, the pair of you, okay? And thanks for popping up and saying hello. All righty. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's offering help. I'll have a look around on that later. Perhaps one or two of you can put a message on there so I can see how that works and what have you. And we'll leave it there. Hopefully be with you again tomorrow morning, boys and girls. I'm usually here on a Monday morning, sometime between sort of 8:30 and 9:30 tomorrow morning. Hopefully with you in the same place as you're watching this. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to do... must have my pills. And let's do some dinner and watch tonight's episode of Poldark, which I'm sure we will talk about at length tomorrow. Thanks very much for joining us, and you have a good night. Bye-bye now.